In about 35 minutes, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and the Joint Chiefs Chairman will give us an update on Operation Epic Fury and Project Freedom as the U.S. works to guide those ships out of the Strait of Hormuz. Aishah Hasnie is live at the White House with the latest. Hey, Aishah.
Hey, good morning to you, Ainsley. Well, the question this morning for both Secretary Hegseth and the president is this ceasefire still in place? We don't know that yet from the White House. The president was asked about it last night. He didn't answer. A lot of folks are saying different things, but we don't know yet what the White House view on this is. And that's important because U.S. officials told our Jen Griffin that we are closer to the resumption of major combat operations after what took place this week. Iran, as you know, Ainsley, launched a missile and drone attack on the UAE, fired at ships as well this week in the Strait as Operation Freedom got underway. That's to help ships transit the Strait of Hormuz. The Pentagon says 2 commercial vessels have made it through safely, while the president says at least 6 Iranian small boats were shot down for trying to interfere with what we're doing out there. And he warns Iran that it will be blown off the face of the earth. That is a quote from the president if they attack any U.S. vessels carrying out Project Freedom. Now, last night, CENTCOM shared this picture of the U.S. Air Force F-16 fighter aircraft that are among more than 100 land and sea-based aircraft supporting this project, as well as the U.S. Navy FA-18 Super Hornets that launched from USS Abraham Lincoln. Of course, Lincoln is one of the 2 aircraft carriers that are enforcing the blockade that the U.S. has on Iranian ports. Meanwhile, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told Fox that the U.S. has absolute control of the strait right now.
The Iranians do not have control of the strait. We have absolute control of the strait. We have blockaded the ships going into or out of Iranian ports. Their economy is in free fall, and everyone says they have the high tolerance for pain. Well, their soldiers will not have a high tolerance for not getting paid.
So, Ainsley, we will see the president in just a little bit here. He's got a signing in the Oval Office today. We'll see if he takes any questions about Iran, tells us if he feels like the ceasefire is still in place. In the meantime, the Secretary of War will see first at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon, and Secretary Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, will actually brief here at the White House later this afternoon.
Okay, well, that's great. Great news. We'll be covering it all. Thank you so much, Aishah. Great to see you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.